Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, CaniSports, and welcome back to the road to glory. And today is a very special episode. So guys, I am hoping that you are as hyped as I am for today's episode, guys. It is the day that everyone has been waiting for, and I will explain in just a little bit. First of all, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, guys, if you are new to the channel, I beg, go ahead and subscribe. We are only like 100 subscribers away from reaching 296,000, and then it will be 4,000 subscribers that I need to try and grab within the next 20 days in order to achieve the 300,000 subscriber mark. That is what we're chasing after. And of course, if you are new, if you have subscribed already, I can't breathe. What is it with me at the start of the videos not being able to breathe? There we go. I think my mouth is too dry. So you might be asking yourself, well, what's going on, Johnny? What's the deal with today's episode? Why are you so hyped? Guys, I finally done it. The cheat engine is back. Yes, the cheat engine is back on the career mode. So what does that mean? I am finally able to change weak foot, skill moves. Most importantly, I'm finally able to change that, and I am also able to check out the potentials of our players. Now, one thing that I can see in this episode, starting off immediately, Bennett, exciting prospect. Young, exciting prospect. Wagner is an exciting prospect as well. Lamprou is showing great potential. And then there are questions about people like Collins. How much potential does he actually have? Does he have high potential? Well, I can go onto the player editor right here on the cheat engine and it will tell me what is Collins, his potential. He currently has potential of 75, guys. We were hoping that Collins would be much better next season. Hopefully Collins will be upgraded. Dynamic potential is going to be the only way that we probably upgrade potential, unless someone isn't getting an upgrade that he 100% deserves. In this career mode, I'm not going to do it like in the Newcastle career mode where we upgrade stats every single month. The way we're going to use this tool for this year, at least for this career mode, is going to be if anything goes completely bad, where something is like wrong and we need to change it, we can change it. And most importantly, I can finally combat the injury issue that we have at the start of every month. Every month at the beginning, someone gets injured. Finally, I can get rid of that manually myself, because if a player gets injured during the month somewhere, that's totally fine, because that's like a regular injury that it would pick up. But that injury glitch at the start of the month has ruined a lot of things for us. So for that reason, we don't want that to happen anyway. Now, moving on to the next player that we might want to take a look at. Let's go down the list. How is Happe looking? Has he grown in potential? Because we obviously have this player for some time in our team now. Happe actually has 76 potential, so he has 12 points to grow with, and hopefully he will get there. And he's only 22, so maybe next season he will be growing. Going down the list, Ling, for example, has been with us for quite some time. His potential, though, is set at 65, which again isn't really that much, to be honest with you. When we go down to Barry Anderson, he shows great potential. We know about him, but here's the interesting one. What about Lewis? What about Jordan Lewis? Well, guys, Jordan Lewis only has a potential of 72. That's not good enough. Now, if his potential doesn't change for the next season, because we know he's a great talent. And one thing, by the way, this is the only player where I'm going to do it. If we go into the stats of Jordan Lewis and we go into the attributes, there we go. We take a look into the dribbling stats, for example, and we know that he has 57 dribbling by now. And that is more than a 1-star skill move. So a lot of people have been asking for this for a long time. So I'm now going to improve Jordan Lewis to a 2-star skill move. I think the only thing that we kind of should be doing is the skill move upgrade regulation that we had in the Newcastle career mode as well. So 57 dribbling is 2-star skill move. If we go above to 75 dribbling, that's 3-star skill move. Then if we go above 82, did we say 82 or 85? I can't remember properly. Let me know, guys, in the comments down below. If we go above 85, let's give him 4-star skill moves. If we go above 90, we will give them 5-star skill moves. But most importantly for Lewis, he totally deserves the upgrade in skill moves, as you guys know, because yeah, man, it's Lewis. He deserves it. Now here's the big question. What about Cook? He shows great potential finally, as you guys know, and if I go into the statistics on this man, it shows me that he actually only has 73 potential. So what I don't understand with Cook is his status is saying showing great potential, but if we go into his stats, it actually doesn't show that he has great potential, and that is a bit worrying. But then again, I changed it again and it says he has 84 potential. It just seems like Cook is a bit buggy, okay? That's all I'm going to say for now, but he is showing great potential. Now, here's one thing that we wanted to change, because we all remember this. Everyone remembers that Davis had potential to be special. So right now, we're going to change him back to potential to be special, because he was someone that we clearly saw as someone who could be the big player in our team. And here we go, I changed it back to potential to be special because he totally deserves it, and we all know how good he is for our team. Antonsen, what about your potential, my friend? How are you looking? He has 69 at the moment. McPherson has been in the team for a little bit, has 74 potential. Silva de Moraes, let's check out this young man. He actually has potential up to 73. And here's a comment from Jan Suljanovic, and he says Silva de Moraes has potential to be special, like Sojani can see. Well, guys, status says at the club since 2020, and if I go into the stats, it actually says that he has potential of 73. So he only can grow +8, but if he continues to perform, we can change that manually if next season it doesn't change by itself. Now here is a big one. On goal, as you guys know, we have improved manually because the game just wouldn't improve him. But on goal, after 2 unbelievable seasons, he has a potential of 69. So he's only 26. I mean, we know that's a bit old, but if it doesn't improve in the next season, if he doesn't surpass the 69 potential, guys, I'm going to change it to at least 75, because we all know how good Angol is. We all know how many goals he has scored in the last 2 seasons, and the fact that he hasn't grown at all is just a joke. Jesus Ferreira, though, has potential of 85. So he is one of those ones where we know, yes, this guy can grow massively, and of course he can still improve his potential for the next season as well. And then we have Sotirio right here, who has a potential of 66. But with that, we now know a few of the changes that will be happening, or that I already did. Now Lewis, I didn't change his skill moves yet, so let me change it right now. Lewis deserves the 2-star skill moves, as we guys know, and there we go. He should now have the 2-star skill moves. I just changed it on him. He does have 2-star skill moves. So finally we will be able to do the step overs with Lewis, get in, or even at least the ball roll, something that was very, very much necessary. But that is the beginning of today's episode. If you guys are very happy about the cheat engine returning back into the career mode, let me know by smashing that like button. But guys, 41 games played. Leyton Orient right now 4 points behind Wigan. Next opponent, Bolton, in the 7th position. So today we're going to be starting off with a game ourselves. Let's see what we can do against Bolton, and then we have a couple more games left until the season finishes. So this might be the season finale, I'm not too sure, but we will see in a bit towards the end of the episode. Ferreira is the top scorer on goal on 29 goals. I desperately want on goal to reach over 30, and Ferreira has already surpassed 40, so he's going to be happy with anything. But Bolton is the big matchup that we have. If Wigan drop points, we might still have a chance to go ahead and grab that title. If they don't, well, that's unlucky. Let's see what we can do right here. Wish me luck against Bolton. Davis back to his strength. He has been dominating the midfield in the last few episodes, and hopefully we can continue the great performances of our team. Can Lewis finally do a step over? Yes, he can. Can he do a ball roll? Yes, he can. Lewis is finally getting there, boys, but that is going to be it for now in terms of changes. Angol was making a good run in behind. It's sad to see that Angol, after or despite the 2 incredible seasons that he has had, at least the first season even, that he hasn't improved in potential. It's just so sad to see, but hopefully now, with how we have the cheat engine activated finally, we will be able to have some sort of control over some of the issues within the game. Bennett, an incredible save, and once again we start off with the issues that we had in the last few episodes. Crosses to the far post. This reminds me of FIFA 19, if I'm not mistaken. In FIFA 19, my biggest issue was conceding crosses, and right now it seems like that issue is back. Lamprou, good header. Davies, so Bennett again. Bolton is the dominating side in terms of chances so far. Also, if we do get into next season, guys, we will need some new kits, and I have received a tweet from someone who has created some really interesting tweets, which I will go ahead and look at in terms of like options for kits for the next season. A lot of people absolutely loved his ideas, so we definitely are interested in some of those kits as we push on with Lamprou, who has been getting involved a lot lately, but he can't get the shot off. Lamprou, very unfortunate in that spot to not get a shot on target. Davis, down to the right we go. They are playing kind of high pressure, so we might be able to use that to our advantage if we do get the right passes in, but so far looks like we're not capable of doing so. But Davis comes up with a clutch tackle himself into Ferreira. Ferreira is through, and goal to Ferreira. The partnership of dreams is succeeding once again to finish off the season. We're boxing off our opponents right there. It is Jesus Ferreira with the run. The defender just doesn't even know what's happening. Look at that. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get to it. But then he realizes, well, I'm way too slow to catch up to this young kid. Jesus Ferreira, 41st goal of the season. Unbelievable scenes from that young man once again, doing it against Bolton. We've had the 2 big chances in this game, but we have scored. Yes, Cook, well done. Good passing here. On goal, Ferreira. Ferreira, Cook plays it through. Cook played it into Angol. Angol with the finish. And he finally gets his 30th goal. We have scored the 3-0 with Angol. Yes, he has about 30 goals and 20 assists this season. Lee Angol is continuing his rampage throughout League One. This team is destined to be in the championship, and we're about to get there, people. About to get there. If we continue like this, we will achieve that glory of getting into the championship. 2 seasons will result in 2 promotions if we can pull it off in today's and maybe even tomorrow's episode. Very excited about this. One thing I'm gonna do for this season in order to like observe dynamic potential is gonna be, I'm gonna write down the potential of every single player in my team at the end of this episode. I'm gonna write it down on a piece of paper, and then next season we're gonna compare how these players have grown. How has dynamic potential worked for some of the players that we have in our team? I'm really excited to kind of take a look into that as well, because obviously we have all been talking about dynamic potential for such a long time now in FIFA 20, and I want to see if it's actually a thing or if EA is actually trolling us. So hopefully we can see that Wagner can finally defend some crosses. Or can he? Or can he? He did. I messed up though once he had the ball. Bolton score in a crucial moment before half time, and that will give them motivation for the second half as well. Bennett getting beaten at the near post is something that we all are not really too used to, but sadly that did happen right there. Maybe we can get a kickoff. No, we will not be able to do so. And that is the end for the first half. We have done well enough to get 2 goals, but Bolton definitely had enough chances to score more than just 1. Buckley has a little bit of space. Collins trying to prevent this cross from happening. It's still coming in. Harper does well enough to get it away initially, and here we go with Cook now. Cook, 1 dribble, and he's gone. Cook, still going. Cook is still going strong. Cook has Ferreira in support. Cook will be looking for Ferreira. Finds him. Ferreira returns it back into Cook. Can he? Cook on his left foot, and it is a goal. Not Lewis Cook. Why do I keep saying Lewis Cook? Ed Cook has scored again. We're stirring up the pot, boys. We're cooking up some promotion for your boys. The O's are succeeding again, and of course it is Ferreira who fights off the defender and somehow just about gets it into the feet of Cook. But honestly, for such a young lad to show composure to get that around the goalkeeper is very nice to see. I didn't even finesse it, but Ed Cook has now scored his 8th goal in the season as a winger. That is a good amount of goals if you ask me. By the way, guys, today I should get my kitchen. It was supposed to be yesterday. They didn't bring it over yesterday. Today it should be delivered and installed. But the question is, do the people that need to install the kitchen know that the delivery has been set up a day later? So there is potential of my doorbell ringing in any minute and someone asking, hey, we're here to go ahead and install your kitchen. Well, my kitchen is not here yet, could be my answer, but hopefully it won't be, as Ferreira steps up and scores again. Now, for today's episode, we also have a great comment, a 4-1 victory right here, about Silva de Moraes. It is from Giovanni Boss, and he says, backstory. Pedro Silva de Moraes was born in São Vicente. He and his family were poor. They lived in the favelas. At a young age, he started playing football on the streets of São Vicente, but one day he was scouted by Santos FC, that is next to São Vicente, at the age of 13. He played there in the youth with Rodrigo. They were best mates, but Silva de Moraes was the better player of the two and got a transfer at the age of 16 to AC Milan. It was difficult for him to leave his family, but he did. After a year at AC Milan, he got kicked out of the youth academy because he and some trainers didn't get along well, and he shoved off late at training or didn't come at all. He went through hard times, and one of the reasons was because he missed his family. But after he got kicked out of the AC Milan Youth Academy, he flew back to Brazil. He still had great potential and did train with Santos under 19s, but didn't get a contract because of his past at AC Milan. So at the age of 18, he was a free agent and wanted to get a pro contract so he could let people see he still has his potential, and so he could take care of his family in the favelas. Then Leyton Orient scouted the Brazilian. They knew of his backstory, but Johnny was willing to take the risk because he's a young player with great potential and he deserved a second chance. So he signed a 5-year contract at the club at the age of 18. Silva de Moraes hopes he can become a great for the club and wants to get the Premier League with them. Once he can, he wants to fly his family to England so they can have a better life here. That is an incredible comment. Giovanni Boss, thank you very much for that. A lovely comment about Silva de Moraes, who is now going to be subbed into this game. And down the right hand side, Dennis is going to get his chance, and of course Florentin gets his chance as well. Thank you for that comment. These backstories are great. I'm picking out one every episode so far. I love them. I absolutely love them. You guys are getting so involved in this career mode to a point where we're making up fantasy stories about these players. You love to see it, man. 42 goals for Ferreira. What a player. Buckley against Wagner. Wagner, great job there to get us through. Dennis into Angol. Angol is now going to be running in. Angol, is he going to score? No, I was a bit selfish. I could have crossed it over to Ferreira to score one, but I felt like you guys might be thinking, oh, he's playing everything over Ferreira, so he's trying to score most of the goals with him. Poor Angol. So I kind of wanted to avoid that type of conversation, as Davis is now running through the entire team right here. Davis is showing some incredible dribbling. Messi-like dribbling from Davis there as he tries to score one by himself, but unlucky at the end. Well done by the defense, who at the end finally decided to put in a leg. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. That's no. Nope. Don't like that at all. Collins has scored an own goal in that case, but luckily it counts for Buckley. And it is now about 20 minutes left in game. No, 10 minutes left. 4-2 at this stage. And we are quite comfortable, but we can't allow them to score one more now on kickoff. That would hurt us a little bit here. By the way, one thing I've realized is in League One, a lot of the players have the same names. Like, it's really odd. Sometimes I'm even thinking, is the game like broken? What's going on? These guys all have the same names. Ah, don't cross it in. Don't cross it in. Yes, Collins. Well done. Davis, here he goes. Davis, there he goes, boys. He's looking for that pass. He's looking for the pass to himself now. Davis is going to go through. Davis, can he score? Of course he can. The massive, massive talent of Davis is on showcase once again. He runs through. He tried to get a great dribbling goal. Didn't really work out, but here he goes, running in behind after a pass of on goal. Even the angle was a tough one, but Davis just knows what he's doing, man. This young kid knows exactly what he's doing. An exceptional finish as we go towards the last minute of the game. 90th minute, Jordan Davis with only his second goal this season. I did expect a little bit more from Davis, but guys, we all know how good he has been in that midfield. He has been commanding, he has been leading this squad from the midfield, even more than Wagner in my personal opinion. So it has been a great process of watching him play as we try and get maybe another one right here with Florentin, who hasn't actually gotten a goal yet, or we bring it back into Davis to smash it into the top left. Bolton is done. We're running across to the fans once again. This time around we're going to be facing them. Davis 6-2 against Bolton. I'm telling you, we're serious about this promotion game, boys. Promotion is what we want, and it is what we deserve, along with a better camera, because this thing still keeps turning off. Come on, there we go. Hey. And that is the final whistle. We have won against Bolton. A very, very good game from the O's in front of the home fans. Beautiful, beautiful, as Jesus Ferreira and goal, and Davis and even Cook have scored. A nice way to kind of go towards the end of the season to see all of the players that are key players succeed. Oh guys, Wigan have lost. It's 101 points on Wigan, 100 points on Leyton Orient. It might just be a battle for that first position right at the end. Sadly, we don't have a game against Wigan. That was something that I was kind of wishing for, but we're not really getting that. We're up against Plymouth though. Plymouth is in, let's check out where they are right now. They were a promoted side as well. With us they were promoted, and they're currently in a 20th position, just about to avoid relegation, but this match could kind of ruin it for them. Colchester obviously have moved up with them as well, and with ourselves. Colchester doing a little bit better. We all know why. It's a good team, and they have been hurting us as well for quite some time, but finally this season we have turned that around. Against Plymouth though, one thing a lot of people were saying, by the way, was that I should be playing Young in the reserves team as a goalkeeper. So Young now is going to get some playtime finally. 6'6" tall giant, next to Bennett, who is 6'4", which is still a giant, but 6'6" is a bit more special. But it's going to be tough for him to get down to some of those driven shots. Plymouth is the next matchup. Do we have another game right next to it? Yes, we do. So for that reason, we will actually be simming this one with the reserves team. Actually, no. This one is away. So let's sim this one with the strong team. And then against Doncaster, I believe, we're going to be simming with the reserves team at home. I think that's probably the right thing to do. But obviously, we're going to keep an eye on Wigan's score in the bottom right. It is Ferreira scoring immediately. They do come back and equalise. Hopefully we can pick up the 3 points. I'm not seeing anything from the Wigan game. Naismith has scored for them, so they are winning. They are winning 2-0. Jesus Ferreira steps up for our team. Wagner now comes into the team. Clay has scored as well. It is 3-1. Wigan might be winning, but we are doing the same. Both teams still winning. 104 points on Wigan, 103 points on the O's. As we move towards one of the last games of the season against Doncaster here, where we can use our main team. Wigan is exceptional this season. Who is their top scorer? Who is the man that is carrying that squad? It is Lowe. That is a winger. That is a winger. Oh, Ghana. There he is. 22 goals on him. Angol actually on 30 goals right now, still chasing down Norwood, who is doing an exceptional job for Doncaster at the moment. And Antonsen wants to play. Antonsen, don't you worry, my dude. Don't you worry. You are playing always in the main team, so that should not be an issue. Oh, one thing that a lot of people were saying, by the way, was that I should change Lewis to have the right mid position as well, because a lot of people want him to remain in the team for as long as possible and grow at the same time. And if he plays out of position, he sadly won't grow as much. So Lewis now has been changed to someone that can play the right mid spot as well, because obviously he is from the youth academy, and we want him to improve as a player. And it is natural for someone, if he plays a position for long enough, they get that position and they know how to play that spot. So for that reason, I think Lewis getting the right mid spot is a good thing for us to do. And here is Doncaster now. Let's see how we do against this team. Can we pick up a victory? By the way, did I do it the wrong way around? I think I played the reserves against Plymouth instead of playing the main team against Plymouth away. But Ferreira once again is scoring. He's actually quite good in penalties. He has scored a bunch of them this season. But can we get another one with Angol? That's what I was asking, and immediately he scores right at that moment. That is nice to see. They miss a penalty. Angol scores again. He might have caught up to the man from Ipswich. Can he do it? Can he actually win that battle? It is 90 minutes as we get to 3-1. That is the result, and we have taken over. Wigan have bottled it, guys. There are 46 games to be played. 2 more games to go. Can we become the champions? That is the question that will need answering. Antonsen sparkles again. Interesting. Why does he sparkle? But we do go ahead and train the players, and we have 1 game to go for right now. Who do we play against? Who is the team that we're up against next in April? Portsmouth, lads. That is a big one. That is a big one, because Portsmouth still kind of, actually no, they don't have a chance. Guys, we are promoted. We are promoted. The O's have done it. We are promoted, man. Mathematically, they can't do it anymore. Even if we lose against Portsmouth, they are 98 points. That is 8 points behind us and 7 points behind Wigan. They are not going to be capable of getting it, and we are getting manager roles offered at this stage. Well, you wish, Braga. You wish you could take me away, but it is not happening. I am loyal to the O's. I am very, very loyal. We have some youth scout reports once again. Taking a look at some of these players. Of course, Watson and Arthur Scott are going to be quite interesting for us to pick up soon enough. Last scout report from Scotland, boys. This one isn't actually good enough. This one neither. This one neither. Oh boy. Oh boy, Nicky. You had some incredible players last time around, and now... Oh, yes, Nicky. Nicky, I love you. 6'2" tall. Be a centre-back, Dave McCaw. 2.3 million in his value. Get in. Alright, we're going to sign him up. What is he? What is he? Is he a centre-back? What is he playing? What was his name? What was his name? I can't remember anymore. There we go. Dave McCaw. Oh, he's a left-back. Left back, okay, he will have to fight against Lamproe for his spot in the future, but he's only 14 years old, so there's a long time for this guy to grow. I think he will be joining us once we get into the Premier League maybe, so that is a long time away. But guys, we have secured promotion, man. The O's have been promoted in the first season into League One, and second season it might just be promotion into the into the Championship as well, so I'm quite excited to see that happen. But right now, I think we're going to turn this episode into the season finale. Actually, no. I'm not going to turn this into the season finale. We have Portsmouth coming up next, and Ipswich coming up next. And Biscuit needs this video early because my man has family dinners to attend. So I have a kitchen to attend. I think this will be a little bit of a shorter episode, guys. We have secured promotion, but we still have to play against third placed Portsmouth and 4th placed Ipswich Can we beat them to secure promotion as the ones that win the title? Our first title in this road to glory. Can we get it in the next episode? That's going to be the big question asked, and hopefully we can do it. Now with the cheat engine, guys, we have a bit more control over the silly things that are within this career mode. One thing that I definitely want to know from you guys: how are we going to be sorting out the skill moves issue? What are going to be the tiers to get to? I'm thinking 50 dribbling gets you 2-star skill moves. 65 dribbling gets you 3-star skill moves. 82 gets you 4-star skill moves. And then 90 plus gets you 5-star. How about that? Let me know in the comments down below. Hashtag skill moves. How would you rank it? Because depending on how we rank it, we will go ahead and change the skill moves on some of our players. So let me know in the comments down below, guys. That will be very, very necessary. Thank you, though, for an incredible episode once again. A lot of stuff in the menus, but I think you guys actually are okay with a lot of menu stuff on this career mode because you genuinely just care about these players, and that's the beauty of this career mode once again, man. I love to see that. But our players are growing. Young has actually grown to a 70 rating by now. Florentine has gone up to a 63, which is nice to see, and Dennis somehow has grown to a 64, lads. Anderson goes up to a 61, which is good to see because he's obviously a big part of the team now because he has been great as a centre back. But once we look down here, all these players except Young, they are expendable, so we can let all of those players go in the next season. Hopefully some of them have signed pre-contracts already. We know that Turley has signed one. I was trying to sell Widowson for a long time. Hopefully all of those deals will be going through, and next episode it will be determined. Are we going up with a trophy, or are we going up trophyless once again? Angol and Ferreira have reached their targets for the season. Ferreira on 45 goals, Angol on 32. About to chase down Norwood for one more goal. Next episode, definitely we're going to focus on Angol to get that second spot secured. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. See you next time. Take care. Peace.